Nutrition and Strength fans. Welcome to episode 2 of Nutrition and Strength. And today we're going to talk about a really simple change that you can make in your everyday routine that's going to make your life a little less toxic. Today we're going to talk about toothpaste, the stuff you put on your teeth. And as you can see, I have a pretty healthy smile going on. Now this is a really simple change because at this point there are products on the market where you don't even have to make your own toothpaste or tooth powder, which we're going to talk about today. So I want to advertise. Nobody's paying me to advertise this, but I just bought this recently because I thought, oh, I might as well try out someone else's product. This is earth paste, and it's made out of clay, water, xylitol. I don't know that much about xylitol, so maybe the jury's out on that one. Lemon essential oil, lemon verbena essential oil, tangerine essential oil, lime essential oil, and sea salt. So this is a very, as far as if you're comfortable with xylitol, nice product. And actually, I got it on Grove Market for about $8. And if you want to make a change in your toothpaste and you want to buy a product, this one seems like a really good one. So, and really simple, you don't have to buy like a bunch of special ingredients or invest in essential oils yourself or anything like that. So this is a nice one. I've been using it for a week and a half, but it's time to make some of my own tooth powder, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So let's dig in. Let's talk about the products that I'm going to be using. First product, this is Redmond clay. This is actually what's in earth paste. So Redmond clay is apparently something that's mined in Utah, and I think it's a kind of it's like a kind of bentonite clay. Anyway, it soaks things up, so it'll soak up apparently toxins, and it's good to use. There's a warning on here that says it may contain some lead, or it does contain some lead, and it's like really small amount that you find in dirt. So they have to put a warning on it. But it's a nice and gentle cleaner. Some people who make homemade toothpaste use just baking soda, and I have found that to be a little too harsh for my teeth. So the other product I'm going to use is, here's my jar of baking soda. Baking soda, just regular baking soda. And another more specialty product is activated charcoal, and it's sort of, again, it's something that absorbs toxins, and it also has a polishing effect on your teeth. We don't use a lot of this, but we'll use that. And then I love the essential oils. Now, traditionally toothpaste, of course, we put a minty flavor in it for something. I think because I was reading about toothpaste once, a long time ago, and it was made to be a minty flavor because they made the toothpaste and it worked and it was nice. And they tried to sell it. They tried to market it in the United States, and it didn't make anyone brush their teeth. It wasn't inspiring to brush your teeth. So they added mint oil so that it gave you a tingly feeling in your mouth so that it felt like it was cleaning. And they added like sudsing agents that do nothing for your teeth so that it would foam, so it like foamed and tingled, and those are the two things that do absolutely nothing for your teeth. So they sold lots of toothpaste, and the toothpaste revolution of the United States was born out of this. This is actually not too far in our recent history. Toothpaste was marketed to the public, and they put soap in it, and they put glycerin in it, and they put stuff in it that we might not want in our mouths just because that's how they sold it. So this is not like your sudsing, effervescent toothpaste that's sort of like an assault on your mouth and your senses in the morning. Okay, so how do I make toothpaste? It is so easy. I don't even use measurements. I just kind of eyeball it, so bear with me. One thing that is really important, use a plastic spoon, something that is a non-reactive substance, because you're not supposed to put metal in the clip. It's not good for it. I read these things. I don't know where they are. Feel free to look it up. I'll take about, like a scoop and a half. This is just maybe a tablespoon and a half. And then I like to add baking soda. Just a little bit though, because like I said, knocking it off so I don't get baking soda in, or clay in my baking soda. It doesn't hurt you. You can eat it. And then maybe like a third of that amount of baking soda in the mix, because I don't like it to be too harsh. And then I take the activated charcoal and get one little capsule. Apparently you can get this in powder form too, so I think I will do that the next time I have to order it. But this stuff, I mean, I don't think it expires, and I've probably had the same bottle for like 2 years making my own toothpaste. Alright, so this is always the fun part. Try not to get charcoal all over your house by opening the little gel cap. This is why next time I get powder. Okay. Activated charcoal is wonderful stuff too. Okay. So now I have my mixture complete. See, it's very messy. Okay. So I just stir this up, and I could actually leave it here. This would actually clean my teeth, but we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to add some fun essential oils, things that are really good for your gums, for your teeth, for your oral health. So what do I have? I have all of these open. First I'm going to add a couple drops of Melaleuca. That's tea tree oil. Has antibacterial properties. Smells really good. What else do I have? Myrrh. Myrrh is fantastic for the gums. So I hear now myrrh is a very, very, very sticky oil. You can see from the bottle it gets very sticky. I had to open it before the video. It took me like 3 minutes to get this guy open. It's a beautiful oil. I really like the smell of myrrh. And if you get myrrh, you may find that it's like disgusting to you. My mom hates it. But you know, I don't know. I really like it. It has kind of a, if you've ever been in a tack room in a barn, you get leather and the horse sweat. It's like, I'm gonna put that in my mouth. Yeah, that's kind of what it smells like. That and some pine trees. I don't know how to describe myrrh. I'm gonna work on my description of scents. Next is clove oil. Oh, this smells like cloves. This smells like Christmas. And also a wonderful oil, and it's going to have a strong enough scent. Now, clove oil is really strong, and I believe it's one of the hot oils, so it is going to possibly give you a zing. So I'm a little bit more careful, a little more conservative on how much clove oil I put in. But again, antibacterial. It's a good cleansing oil, as is thyme, which I'm putting in next. So these are, I just kind of spent some time Googling and came up with a selection of oils that are good for the mouth in general. Oregano oil, just maybe like 2 drops. Dun, dun. I'm getting brave. There were 3 drops in there. Okay, so now I've got my essential oils in my little bowl, and here's my toothpaste. So I'm just gonna spend some time mixing this, and because the oil kind of like gets into the baking soda. What you want to do is mix it long enough so that maybe one day you don't get like an entire drop of clove oil in your mouth. That's kind of my goal. I think probably it'd be better to mix this even with a little bit of salt. Sometimes I put salt in the tooth powder. But here we have the tooth powder kind of coming together. It just smells, it smells really good to me. I like this combination of the hot oils, the clove, the oregano. It doesn't smell like pizza, in case you're worried about the oregano. It just has a really clean scent to it. And of course, as you get used to products that don't have the fake scents and flavorings in them, you start to really appreciate the natural scents that we have in the world, and it's a really beautiful scent. Sometimes you can also put frankincense in here. Frankincense is an incredibly healing oil. I just chose not to today. You can also put mint in here. There's nothing wrong with putting mint in your mouth. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I did read a study once where they said mint may slow heart rate in children, like mint essential oil. So sometimes people argue that essential oils, oh, they smell pretty, it's like no big deal, but they are medicinal. So if you get real essential oil, please, especially if you're using this with kids, like make sure you do your research and make sure you're 100% comfortable with what you're doing. And if anything weird happens to anyone, just take the proper precautions. It's all nice and stirred up. It's my tooth powder. It's going to go in. You can't see. Oh, here we go. It's going to go into my little tooth powder jar. So I'm really interested in using YouTube to share with you like little teeny tiny things that I've done over the last couple of years that I think have been making me healthier and happier as a person, and feeling like life is worth living. It's a long story. But this is a really little change. So here's my tooth powder. It's all set. This will last me probably 2 months. Okay, how does tooth powder work? It's really easy to use. It took me a little bit to get used to the process, so I'll just show you here. You take your toothbrush, wet the toothbrush, tooth powder, and you can see there's some tooth powder in there. I'm just going to tap it lightly into the jar. If you live with other people, you probably want everybody to have their own jar of tooth powder because you do dip your toothbrush into it every day. I live by myself, so I only need one jar. Anyway, you can see already that the tooth powder sort of creates a little paste there on the toothbrush, and you just scrub your teeth. This may have a little zing to it because it has the essential oils in it, especially if you get like a whole drop of clove or oregano. They're safe to consume. They're safe for your mouth, but it's good that they're diluted. These are not oils that you actually use straight. So that's why I was trying to stir it enough to be careful to get it completely incorporated. So the taste of it, I mean, for me, I don't really care that the texture is so different. I'm really used to it now. The only thing I would warn you about is that when I first started using it, I managed to clog up my sink because I used a lot of the clay and it like gooped up in there. So that's not a great thing to do. And but what I discovered is if you let the water run while you're rinsing your mouth out, and make sure, like, just as soon as you spit it out, that you've got water running in the sink, then it hasn't given me any problems since I kind of changed my technique to make sure that the clay is never going into the sink by itself, that it's always going like into a little puddle of water. So anyway, the taste of it, I'll give you a review. Here's my fresh batch of tooth powder. Okay, so there you have it. It's really easy to use. I had to do that to show you that I actually do use it. It has those hot oil tastes, so there is a little bit of tingling in your mouth actually because of the cloves and the oregano. But if you've mixed it well, it should just be like this mix of different just sort of spicy tastes. I don't think you can taste the clay, and when you have such powerful oils in it, you really don't even get the bitterness and yuckiness of putting baking soda in your mouth, which is another turn-off. Some people don't like just washing with baking soda. So that's my tip for the day. Like, take your toothpaste, throw it out, and replace it with dirt. Anyway, I will see you next time on Nutrition and Strength. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.